Hey guys, I'm Ludwig and this is SQL Bootcamp Online, the 2-minute SQL series when I am addressing all of the most common questions regarding SQL Server that you'll find everywhere online. So, without further ado, the question of the day is how to check and how to find out what your SQL Server version is. Now, before we'll jump straight to it and before we'll be able to address that question, we need to distinguish the name of the SQL Server version. So, what is SQL Server version? Exactly what we're looking for, because Microsoft names the SQL Server versions in two different ways. First of all, there is a marketing part of that versioning system, which is SQL Server 2008, 2012, 2022 that we have just around the corner, and so on and so forth. But the developers, they name the SQL Server versions based on the engine version. So this correlates with the compatibility level of the database. So 80, 90, 100, 110, 112, 20, and so on and so forth, right? So how do I do that? How do I solve this mystery of what is the SQL Server version of the SQL Server that I've inherited after someone and I have no idea what I'm working with? Well, in here, as you can see, I have this London server that runs on Windows Server 2012. So, okay, I'll just pop up my SSMS, the SQL Server Management Studio, and I need to connect to this instance that I've been provided the credentials to. So, okay, I'm logging in as an administrator, I'm connecting to it, the Object Explorer opens on the left-hand side, and if I only expanded the Object Explorer in here, look what happens. The SQL Server engine version is being revealed to me right away. So it tells me it is SQL Server 10.50.6000.34. Well, it doesn't tell me much. So what I need to do right now is I need to go to, let's say, SQLServerVersions.com. It couldn't get easier than that. So basically, this is the website that has been here for over a decade right now. And it just lists every single database engine version and translates it into what we know as the marketing version of that same system. So as you can see, we have a whole bunch of those. All I need to do is I need to find this 10.50.6000.34 in here. Boom. And let me just scroll all the way down, and you can see that I have the SQL Server 2008 R2 Service Pack 3, which is the latest service pack for this particular version of SQL Server. So again, SQLServerVersions.com, this is your friend, but this is not the only way to achieve this very same goal. As I said, you can also go to the official, because this is the third-party website, you can always go to the official version of documentation, and if you find the article that is listed below this video, determine the version, edition, and the update level of SQL Server and its components article, you will have the Excel file that contains the very same information. All the versions from 2005 through today's, and for the detailed list of all of the fixes that were applied to SQL Server 2019 and 2017, you have the alternative version of that Excel as well. But again, both of these actions, they do require us going somewhere else. They require us going to some other websites. How about finding the exact same information straight from the SQL Server itself? Well, again, it couldn't get easier, but what you need to do right now is, instead of just seeing that in Object Explorer, or instead of just right-clicking and going to the properties and seeing the very same information in the general page of the properties of your SQL Server, what you can do is you can just start a new query and write, guess what? Select add version. Add version, it's a global variable that will reveal the actual version of your SQL Server, not only regarding its engine, but also regarding its marketing name. So again, select add version, the global variable. This is your best bet if you want to find out how to check your SQL Server version. So again, this is just the tip of an iceberg of what we are covering in the full SQL Server bootcamp. Just go to SQLbootcamp.online, sign up for it, and I'll see you in the next episode.